And in today's video, I want to do kind of a response to Brother Tom's video over at the Watchman River channel. If you haven't checked it out, he does a great job of recapping the day's news and headlines and tying it to the potential to fulfill biblical prophecy. And in today's video, he titled it, Wake Up. And I agree with Brother Tom. We need to wake up from our slumber that the rapture is coming soon. And, both me and Brother Tom, I've not seen him do this. I think we're in the same place. We don't know the day or the hour that the rapture is going to occur. But we see all the signs that we are in the season of the rapture. And in today's video, he referenced 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. I'm going to go ahead and read it here. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write to you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. You are all children of light and children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet the hope of salvation. For God has not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Jesus Christ. As we look at what's going on in this world, it is becoming clearer and clearer every day that the rapture could happen at any minute, at any moment. And watching Brother Tom's video, I think he's from Connecticut. He may not be aware of this, but I thought of an analogy. I am not a native Texan. I don't currently live in Texas, but I am married to a born and bred Texas woman, and I lived in Texas for several years. And if you're from Texas, this is a refresher to you. If you've never been to Texas, you don't know me in Texas, they have a lot of pride in their state history. And one of the defining moments of the Texas Revolution happened at the Battle of San Jacinto. And so basically, very simplistic terms, you Texans, please don't criticize me because, again, not a native Texan. But basically, the high-level overview of what happened at the Battle of San Jacinto. So if you know, General Santa Anna of the Mexican forces, he's leading his army through Texas. He's massacred people at the Alamo. He's massacred people at Goliad. He's chased the Texans to this area, which is in modern day Houston. Basically chased them right up to the Gulf Coast, to the area of San Jacinto, which is a marshy bayou. Today it's a bunch of refineries and stuff. But back then there were a bunch of oak trees and stuff, and the Texas Army was kind of hiding in the trees. And Santa Anna set up his camp, convinced that he was unable to be defeated. He set up his camp in a terrible location. And there were a few little skirmishes, and then he got reinforcements. He outnumbered the Texans over 2-1. And then basically, when his reinforcements got there, he allowed his reinforcements to basically go to sleep, take a nap, rest. They made a mad rush to come and wipe out the Texans for good. And he also let his own troops, hey, sit back, relax. We got these Texans. They're not going to do anything. We outnumber them 2-1. We're going to just wipe them off the face of the earth. For right now, rest, relax, be merry. And we'll get up here and we'll finish these Texans off. And Sam Houston, leading the Texas forces, basically saw an opportunity here. And he had a little help from the Yellow Rose of Texas, though you Texans know what that means. Had a little help knowing what was going on in the enemy camp. And basically, the Texans only had 2 cannons. They called them the Twin Sisters. They fired one volley from these 2 cannons, woke the Mexican army up, and then the infantry just ran in to the Mexican forces, shouting, "Remember the Alamo, remember Goliad," and slaughtered the Mexican troops and set the Mexican army running in retreat. When we talk about being a watchman for the rapture, we're not saying that we know a particular day this is going to happen. We are saying you need to be watching what's going on in the world. Now is not the time to rest. Now is not the time to sleep. Now is the time to be ready, because we don't know when the attack is going to come. Now, there are 2 camps in the pre-tribulation rapture. You've got some folks that would be like the Mexican troops, like, "Hey, I think they're coming." Nothing happens. "Oh, I think they're coming now." Oh, nothing happens. Well, that gets old really, really quick. So our job is to stay sober, be vigilant, look at what's going on in the world, and then, we're just watching. Now, the thief in the night thing, the rapture is imminent. It's going to happen at any moment. There's no sign. Zip, zero, nada. There is nothing that has to happen to prevent Christ from rapturing his church right this minute. As you're watching this video, the rapture could occur. That's what we're talking about. Being prepared. So for you, if you're not saved, today is the day you need to get things right with the Lord. If you don't know how to get saved, I've done a video on my channel. I've done a couple, but my latest one's titled, "Why Do I Exist?" You can watch that video. It's about 20 minutes. It walks you through the plan of salvation. If you're a Christian, what do I do to prepare for the rapture? Well, you can't prepare for the rapture because it happens in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye. So what should you be doing as a Christian? As a Christian, what you need to be doing is you reach out to your family and friends and you tell them that Christ is returning soon. You tell them about the plan of salvation. That's the only thing you can do. Now is the time to get serious for God. Stop, playing church. If you're not active in church, if you're not actively working to promote the gospel, then you're not prepared. You're sleeping. If you're just sitting back, going to work, making your money, worrying about your retirement plans, worrying about the things you want to do, that's going to seem very, very silly the moment you find yourself in a glorified body standing before Christ. And the reason I do this channel, and I believe a lot of others do this channel, these types of videos, is because when I stand before my Lord, I don't want Christ looking at me saying, "Why didn't you tell more people about Christ? Why didn't you let people know that I was returning soon?" Not that I've received any special revelation that Christ is going to come on a particular day or an hour. I don't know when he's returning. I wish I did. I wish I could. But God, in his infinite wisdom, has hidden this information from us. But what I do see is I see all the pieces. And Brother Tom at Watchman River, I give him a shout out again. He does a great job of highlighting daily all the various stories that show how when when the rapture happens, how all these little pieces, they're like Lego bricks, and they're just waiting. The Antichrist, Satan, is waiting for us to get out of his way, waiting for the Holy Spirit to get out of his way so he can start building his little empire out of all these little Lego bricks he has laying around. So, again, just make sure that you're keeping watch and being vigilant, because the rapture is happening soon. We don't know how long it's going to be, but I've always felt that the rapture could happen during my lifetime. But as Brother Tom mentioned in a few videos I've seen of his, when I was younger, it was like, yeah, I could see this and this and this setting the groundwork for the tribulation period. But the rapture could probably happen in a couple years. I don't feel that way anymore. Another brother of mine who does a YouTube channel, Voice in the Wilderness, Brother Dylan, I emailed him this weekend because he's been suffering with several medical problems. He's had some work and some other issues, and he was posting on his YouTube page, apologies and stuff. And I'll tell you exactly what I told him in my personal email to him. I said, brother, I know you got a lot going on, but, and I know how you feel, that we don't have much time. It feels like if you go a day without doing a video, if you go a day without publishing something, that we're somehow letting Christ down. But as I reminded him, everything that me and others are telling you, it's been put out there time and time and time again. One of the things that I'm hopeful for this channel is I am a small channel. I'm a small creator. I don't have thousands of subscribers or even tens of thousands of subscribers. The way the YouTube algorithm works is it basically puts your content in there. We do titles and stuff like that. If you've ever gone to Google and you've searched for something, you'll notice YouTube is one of the areas where it will pull things from. So I'm hopeful that maybe with me being a small channel that nobody pays attention to now, that if there are people looking for information after the rapture happens, that these videos I do that, get 100, 200, 20, 30 views will be videos that those that are left behind can look at, to help them before, the forces that be that catch on to everything and just totally remove all the content from this channel. So with that being said, if you like this content, it does help, please remember to like, subscribe, feel free to comment, share this video with anybody you want. It does help gain more visibility. It will help for those before the rapture. It will help us maybe wake some people up, maybe get people a little more committed to Christ today than they were yesterday, because we don't have long. We don't need to be spending, we don't have time to sleep. We don't have time to rest. So with that, thank you for watching. Your time is always valuable. I try, and I hope I'm doing a good job, that if you watch my videos, you don't ever leave a video feeling like, man, that was a wasted 10, 15 minutes of my life I will never get back. So for those of you who watch, and for those of you who comment and like, thank you for watching and giving me an opportunity to speak to you through this medium. Until next time, have a great day.